And this brings us around in a way to my final question, which is about, of course, the recent election and Hillary Clinton's rise to become the first major party nominee for president who's a woman in the United States. I think the sort of most aggressive attack on her says that she is a lean-in feminist of one kind or another, that she's competed. And yet, I do think she's made an effort, as you said in our lectures, she's made an effort to bring women's issues to the fore, that she's been a part of the women's movement in different ways. And so when you think through the history we've studied here, all 14 weeks of it, what kinds of possibilities do you see for her, for future women leaders? What kind of hopes do you have for the kinds of trajectories they might chart out for the future?
I suppose the only answer to that is both and. That is, that we need women leaders like Hillary who have, in fact, leaned in very strongly and who have even, in order to lean in, adopted some of the policies that many women reject. She's often accused of being more hawkish, for example, than she ought to be. And yet, women like me, we support Hillary Clinton because having a woman there will, or having a woman in a leadership position, will also support the rising prospects of women in general. So, you know, both and, right? We need women to do what Hillary has done in order to have a woman president, and at the same time, we need that woman president to continue to struggle on behalf of universal benefits, representation for all kinds of women, and not just for a particular class of people. Can she do that? Is it possible, given the pressures of the presidency? Well, you know, they often say that historians write about the past, they don't predict the future, and I can't predict that, but I can keep my fingers crossed.